Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back another day, and today we're going to be previewing the Houston Astros spring training game number 12 against the New York Mets today. This will be the first time the Houston Astros play in spring training that it's not a 12 or 1 o'clock game. So far, the Astros have been playing a lot of early games in their first 11 games of spring, but this will be the first, non-early afternoon game as the Astros. If you live in Houston like I do, this game starts at 5:10. But for instance, since the team is playing in Florida today, this is a night game for the team since they will be playing at 6:10. Since in Florida, it'll be 6:10 at first pitch. So I'm excited to see how this team plays today in their first nighttime game. But, not much of the starting, squad will be out there outside of Yainer Diaz. Now let's get into what this lineup looks like for the Astros today and who's going to be on the mound. All right, so at leadoff, we have playing left field, Cooper Hummel. At number 2, we have the rising prospect. It's going to be great to see Cam Smith out there in the lineup today at the 2 spot, and he'll be at third base. Yainer Diaz is at 3, playing catcher, of course. John Singleton is at first base at 4. Look, watch out for John Singleton today. He's been hitting terrible so far in spring, but John Singleton, you got to get hot, man, because Christian Walker is injured right now. Looks like maybe there's a chance that he's not ready for opening day, might miss the first couple weeks of the regular season. So if he isn't ready to go, John Singleton, that might be your chance to make the roster. If you would have asked me before the Walker injury, I would have not had Singleton on this roster just because he's been hitting terrible recently. You have Christian Walker. There's no need for him in the roster. I'd rather have Zach DeZenzo, who can play at first base, on this roster than John Singleton with how bad Singleton's been at the plate. But this is Singleton's chance. Now with Walker injured, we'll see what he does with it. And he's batting at 4 today. Chas McCormick will be at 5, batting at 5, and will be in center field today. We'll get into why he's going to be in center field. Well, big reason was because Jake Myers played yesterday, but there's another reason why. At 6, we got Quincy Hamilton being the DH in this game. And at 7, second base, Brendan Rodgers. At 8, we have Jacob Melton, number 3 prospect for the Astros, going to be in right field. That is why Chas is in center today. And then at 9, you got Luis Garame at 9, and will be at shortstop. Starting pitcher for the Astros today is Ryan Gusto, making his second start of spring. Expect to see Josh Hader pitch today. On the lineup card for the Astros, Josh Hader, on the bottom pitchers, Josh Hader is one of the names listed. Benito is also on the list. Van Way is as well, and so is Nick Hernandez. So potentially see those guys pitching today for the Astros. And so, it's going to be a fun one. I think, guys, you want to watch out for today. I like I said, I'd watch out for John Singleton because I think, honestly, I would have not had him on the roster before this, but with Walker's injury, it's looking like if he can find his bat and get that together, that he will be on the roster. But if he continues to struggle like he is now, I don't know. And then I also look out for guys like Luis Garame and Brendan Rodgers, who are batting in the bottom of the lineup, who have had solid springs. Luis is batting like 250 this spring and has a good amount of RBIs. Brendan Rodgers hasn't been doing great, but all it takes is one game. And when you got guys like Mauricio Dubon and John Singleton struggling like they are in spring training so far, also Chas McCormick struggling. Well, you know what? Yeah, I don't think Chas McCormick matters in this instance because Chas is not an infielder. But when you got infielders struggling, John Singleton and Mauricio Dubon in spring training, and you already got guys like Luis and Brendan Rodgers who have a chance to make this roster. A couple good games could potentially work in your favor. And so I don't think there's a chance Mauricio Dubon doesn't make this roster. But the Astros know that if Altuve is going to be in left field, Dubon is your only second baseman most likely. And so that gives Brendan Rodgers a chance to potentially make this roster. And then same thing with Luis Garame. Because he can play around the infield and potentially could move to the outfield as well. So I think watch out for Luis and Brendan Rodgers, and also watch out for John Singleton today. And every game Cam Smith plays is going to be interesting to watch. Let me know your thoughts on the Astros spring training game number 12 in the comment section, and peace out, Go Astros.